Hey guys, Puggo's Pizzeria here, and in today's video, we are talking about how one of the most popular Five Nights at Freddy's games completely died off into nothing. So, I'm sure every single one of you knows what Five Nights at Freddy's AR is. I used to make a ton of Five Nights at Freddy's AR videos that got quite a lot of views, as well as many other creators. For a good year or two, FNAF AR was one of the most popular and relevant FNAF games of all time. But then it died. And well, in today's video, we're talking about why it died. What happened to this game that seems so popular with weekly updates, unlike any other FNAF game ever has done before? How did it die? So that's what we're talking about in this video. But before to know how something died, you gotta know how it lived. So I'm gonna go over a brief history of Five Nights at Freddy's AR. Before it was officially announced, Scott Cawthon teased it as a multiplayer co-op FNAF game, and everyone was extremely excited for that. And as you know, it was slightly multiplayer, but that definitely was not the main feature of it. The big aspect of FNAF AR is it was a AR game. If you don't know what that is, it uses your real phone camera and puts things from the video game to make them look real through your phone camera. It'll show your bedroom, your kitchen, anything that your camera sees, and then just throw Freddy Fazbear in there. What the game is you get a bunch of rogue animatronics delivered to your door, kind of like Amazon for Freddy Fazbear for some reason, and then you have to defeat them, and then you have a chance of collecting their plush suit and CPU and collecting the character for your own. So the main kind of goal of this game was kind of a collection game, which a lot of FNAF fans love because they collect all the FNAF merchandise, so it seemed perfect. From the start, when the game was first released, you could collect a good amount of the main iconic characters. You could collect Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Endoskeleton, Springtrap, and Circus Baby. Those were the original characters who you could collect, with some being more difficult than other, like Bonnie and Chica and Endoskeleton being extremely easy, and Circus Baby and Springtrap being very hard characters. Each character had a chance of dropping their plush suit, and once you collected the plush suit, you couldn't do too much. You could maybe send it to your friends, but the main draw of this game was its almost weekly updates and how they would keep adding characters. They added some, like classic FNAF characters such as Toy Chica, but they also introduced Frostbear and a whole bunch of those other seasonal FNAF merch that you see, like Shamrock Freddy, Easter Bonnie, 4th of July, Liberty Statue of Liberty Chica. Those were all from FNAF AR for holiday events because they would do weekly updates. So first they started out adding main characters. They added Toy Freddy, Toy Bonnie, Toy Chica, Mangle, as well as other kind of sides characters that were reskins. They added Chocolate Bonnie, Shamrock Freddy, Freddy Frostbear, a whole bunch of skins mainly for events, and people absolutely loved these skins, so Illumix really went ham on them. They stopped adding characters almost entirely, and they just kept doing weekly updates with skins because they were kind of faced with a dilemma. Take longer for updates and produce higher quality characters, or just reskin existing characters with new skins. And well, I guess that's what they chose. That's how we got the whole FNAF AR wave of like the digital VR Freddy and stuff. Those were all skins of the game. We got 8-bit Circus Baby skins, we got Mangle skins, Bonnie skins, Toy Chica skins, all skins for different characters. And then eventually people kind of got sick of it. People got tired of skins. They wanted to collect new characters, not fight the same character over and over again to get Boulder Bonnie or Arctic Ballora. Sure, a few characters were added, such as Golden Freddy and Ballora, like I was saying, but really not many. Not compared to when the game first came out and they released like 5 unique characters within a few months. Now it's been almost a year at this point and they're still releasing skins. And the skins are getting worse and worse and uglier and uglier. They did like Scuba Gear Toy Bonnie, I think, and they made Mossy Swamp Balloon Boy, and these skins were really reaching for it, and a lot of them just weren't great. People didn't like these skins, and that's how the game kind of started dying off. What happened is the fans kind of were giving up on the skins because it seemed like Illumix was so excited to create this game, showing characters in the original trailer such as Plush Trap and like Funtime Freddy, and never adding them in the game until years later, some never even being added at all. So people were getting kind of fed up with it. They were like, we're tired of these skins and we don't want them anymore. And how did Illumix respond to this? They stopped updating the game. I know that seems like kind of a small ending to it, so let me explain a little further. The skins slowly died down. They did not stop out of nowhere. They used to be weekly updates. Every Tuesday at like 3 p.m. they'd release a new skin and people would go bonkers over it. I'd race home from school to make a video on that new skin and get like 1,000 views. That was a ton, you know, just to make a video on like radioactive foxy or something like that. So there used to be weekly skins, and then it turned into every other week skins. So, you know, 1 week we'd get something, then we'd get nothing a week, and then we'd wait another and get something. And then it turned into monthly skins. We'd get maybe 1 or 2 a month, maybe. And then it turned into multiple long month skins. And, you know, we would have to wait a good few months. And, you know, there'd be an event like the Halloween event. They'd add the Jacko animatronics. And, you know, and then we'd have to wait longer, and then we had to wait from between holidays, so it was like multiple months at this point between Halloween and Christmas, so they slowed down even more, and people's interest just really died out of the game. No one really cared anymore for these crappy skins, I'm gonna be honest. The original ones were so cool, such as VR Toy Freddy, like Freddy Frostberry. These are honestly, even though they're reskins, very iconic FNAF characters at this point. But does anyone remember a steampunk Toy Freddy? I really don't think so. And well, that's kind of why the game died off, because people stopped playing, they stopped caring, they stopped making videos about it. I know I sure did. I really gave up after they made the fire animatronics. Sure, they were cool, but everything after that, I didn't care for. The game was also a complete cash grab. The main way you could buy things in the game is with Faz tokens. And how do you buy Faz tokens? Money. The only realistic way you could get a good amount of Faz tokens, besides watching ads, which gave you like 10 an ad, is you'd have to pay a good chunk of 10 bucks to get a character you really wanted, which was not worth it when someone could go out into the store and buy a figure for $10 from Funko of a character they enjoyed much more and actually have it in person. And that's also what really killed off the game. So then eventually people kept complaining, and then Illumix completely disappeared. It has been over a year at this point, not since the game was uploaded, before Illumix themselves has posted anything on any of their social medias. They've been completely silent for over a year, completely getting rid of FNAF AR from any of their websites, just deleting all traces of it. And now the game sits dormant. It has not been updated in months or years, and I don't think it ever will be again. I sadly think this game is completely dead, and it makes me really sad. FNAF AR was genuinely one of the most fun I've had ever playing a FNAF game. I looked forward to holidays like Easter and Christmas, not for all the fun times with my family and getting presents and stuff. It was for the new FNAF AR skin. I absolutely loved the excitement of this, even for smaller holidays such as Valentine's or St. Patrick's Day. Holidays you don't really celebrate. They were a lot more impactful because, well, we got some cool skins for them. And now the game's completely dead. I'm pretty sure most people have uninstalled it from their phones. I know I have. I haven't played it in years, and also it drains the battery. With the very last update they made to the game, they tried to rework the entire thing to bring players back, and by reworking it, they ruined it even more. Before, to defeat an animatronic, you had to find and catch them once with your camera, and now you had to do that a solid 4 to 5 times, which really just doubled it to like 20 minutes to get one animatronic, which in my opinion completely killed the game. After that update, I just deleted it off my phone, as well as I think many other people did too. Sure, some people might still play the game, and I know I still enjoy buying the merch. I still think it's very cool the way Funko did, bringing back the best characters that we got, as well as a lot of the seasonals that we got, such as the Broken Heart Bonnie now is a plushie, which looks very cool. So we did get some very nice things from the game, but it's completely dead. Unlike all the other FNAF games, which are really timeless games, such like some games like FNAF 6, FNAF 4, FNAF Central Location, all the main games, you can replay those, like, you know, if you want. The people still discuss them, but not FNAF AR. FNAF AR is completely gone and dead, and I think it's the only FNAF game that stays that way. People still talk and chat about every other FNAF game except FNAF AR. So that's what happened to FNAF AR. Illumix just got lazy and cash grabby and completely killed off the game, and I think this also made Scott kind of distrust other companies working with FNAF. This company has never made anything before. The only other company to make Five Nights at Freddy's stuff like games is Steelwool. They did a wonderful job on Security Breach and FNAF VR, so I think they will be the only company moving forward to continue working on FNAF games. So, yeah. the game died and Illumis got lazy and cash grabby. That's a wrap up. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video of why FNAF AR died. I hadn't seen anyone talk about it in a while, so I thought I'd make a video on it. And thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. Again, I'm working very hard on a 50,000 subscriber special. I know you guys will all love. It's not some crappy thing. It deals with so much FNAF merch, and you guys love FNAF merch. You eat that up. So I'm making a massive video about all this. So I really hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, I will see you all later. Good